Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Tomb Raider. We are in a very unusual area, considering we finished the last part in kind of a mythological king's palace, having come from a colosseum. We're about to drop into effectively a sewer system. This level is called the Cistern, so that is kind of implied, but just an unusual change of environment I always found. But anyways, let's get stuck in here. It can be quite a complicated level. So the main thing for this level is it's going to be another kind of key collection level, kind of like the St. Francis Folly level. Oh, actually, I just realized I need to push this as well. It's no use to be in here. We're going to have a set of keys that we need to collect, but the difference between this level and St. Francis Folly is that this level we need to do them in a specific order. We'll need some of the keys to unlock the way to get to other keys that we'll need to finish the level. We do still finish the level needing a certain amount of keys, but once you know where the keys are, it's not particularly bad. And there's not really all that many enemies in this level. It's very much a predominantly puzzle kind of level. The main thing that we kind of have to struggle with are rats. We'll have the occasional gorilla and the occasional lion, but it's mainly rats. And they're pretty weak. They go down in a couple of hits from the pistol, so it's not too much of a problem on the whole. So, without too much further ado, we need to push that block up to the switch, and yes, it does open that door, but more importantly, it opens this part of the floor for us to drop down into, which allows us to get out to the main bulk of this level. So this is the kind of cistern sewer system itself. We have two doors to our left here, both of which we need a key for. Up top on that balcony straight ahead of us, we have a set of doors that need a set of keys. The first thing we will have to do is get two rusty keys. I think they're rusty keys. Oh. Almost forgot about that, right? And those rusty keys go in the doors to the opposite side of the room, not the ones up on the balcony. And the first one here is actually a pretty simple one to get. All we really need to do is shimmy the whole way across here. There will be a dropping block that we need to drop onto so that we can take a corner. And then we'll shimmy some more. And then it's a pretty simple, it's a simple state of affairs from there to get the key. The last couple of levels in this game I always found really difficult when I was a lot younger and playing this game, so I never really got to here. So for me, when I played through this as an adult, it was a bit of a culture shock to actually get here and try to figure it all out. And once we take this jump up to here, our first key is right here. And just so as I can verify, it is a rusty key. That's right, I did get it right. See, I know this game. With that key, we're gonna go this way. And we're aiming to get onto that balcony to our right. So, the way we do that, because this bit can be a little bit confusing because there's a lot of platforms and kind of arched walkways and whatnot. It's just a simple jump from here. Now, we're going to have a little friend turn up here. I don't know how he got here before us, but... Hello, friend. That's got to be enough damage for you to want to go away. Come on. Okay, he's gone. So one weird thing to note about Pierre is that when you take his health down to whatever it is it needs to be for him to run away, you actually need to break line of sight with him. He has to disappear from your vision before he'll despawn. It won't and if you are standing in his way, he won't run by you to get out of line of sight, which is a bit bizarre to be honest with you. Right, so we've got a couple of things to grab here. Some nice little goodies. So the first thing is going to be to make a couple of jumps. A big old jump from here to get to this large medipack and shotgun shells. Right, so from here... we do need to drop back down and just be a little bit careful of where we drop, because if we fall into that water, we kind of have to go a whole long way to get back to here. We do have to go into that water. That is where we need to be going. But before we do that, there are stuff that I need to sort out in this room first. So we're about to get our first secret now. So, whoa. So, from here... we're going to need to follow this up. And from here then, fairly sure... oh, no. You see, this is the mistake I made before. I always thought that would be where you would get to a secret. So that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Where I'm actually supposed to be going is up this way. Here we go. And we get a small medipack here. And then we keep on climbing. And in here is our first secret. It is quite a ways up before we actually get the bulk of our secret items. But it is well worth it. And there is kind of a second part to this secret that it is very possible to miss. So we've got a slope just here, which, is kind of hard to see when you're coming from there. So we need to jump maybe about halfway down this to get to those other two shotgun shells so as not to miss out. It's not a particularly difficult jump to make, to be perfectly honest, but it's a bit of a pain to have to go the whole way back around to get these if you do miss them. It's not a, if you miss them once, that's it, they're gone. Because it does just stick you up back here, which is, kind of where we were. So it's not too bad. You can just go back up and try again. But it is a bit annoying if you do miss it. Right, so this is where things get a wee bit complicated. So you see this switch? Don't touch it. Don't even go near it. Don't need it yet. We'll need it later. Don't need it yet. We need to go down first. And there are some rats swimming about in this water that we are just going to completely ignore for now. We'll deal with them later. We need to swim down this channel here. And we'll pop up here for a quick breath. And then, avoiding the rats again, we'll make our way over to here. So, we can take this rat out so as we don't have to have too much of a problem with him later. And then from here, we need to take a big old jump to here. And then one more to the far side. And as you can see there is our second key. And it's that height up and close to the roof that you definitely need to grab because you don't get a full jump. You hit the roof and it doesn't allow you to go any higher to make that jump properly. So, from here, you do need to be pretty careful. If we let ourselves drop here, we are likely to die. That is too high a drop. There are some rats to the left, which you can shimmy the whole way down onto the higher platform. I prefer not to. I drop onto this one, take a slight bit of damage, but it allows you to shoot the rats so that they don't get the drop on you. It's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, to be honest, because you're taking a little bit of damage either way. But it's not too bad, to be honest. Okay, and this is going to pop us right back out just below the balcony that we climbed up to. So with all that said and done, we're going to go and tackle these gates on the far side. Now, we do need to kind of do some kind of tricky jumping now to get back over to that main to the main kind of middle set of walkways, just because we're kind of, some of the jumps we have to make, we're going like down in elevation a bit. Okay, that should be good. So it's mainly this jump that can be a bit of a problem. So you do need to run and jump, but do not under any circumstances go any further forward. You will fall and it will hurt, and if you are anyway low on health, you will die. Can you tell that's happened to me before? Right, so from here we just need to jump straight over to this first one. It is important that we do this one first. The one to the right has a set of spikes that no matter what you try, you will land in them and you will die. You have to do this one first. In order to do the one on the right, you need to have pulls of the switch in that first room. So this one is the important one first. Because then we go back and pull that switch and then we'll be able to do what happens to the other one. So, we're going to have a little friend pop out. Joined by another little friend. Why they've got gorillas living in the sewers is anybody's guess, to be honest. So from here, we need to turn back around and take a jump up to here. And this can be a little bit annoying because as soon as we make this jump, Pierre turns up again. Just to shoot at you while you try to make the rest of these jumps and potentially make you fall. Which I think is a bit of a dick move, to be honest. Plenty of room to run away. Come on, young man, go away. Yeah, there we go. See, once you break vision, he just disappears. So we'll get our pistols back out and we'll drop a quick heal. So I don't want to get caught out from these platforms, because a drop from the higher platforms here will do quite a lot of damage. Now, you can see the large medipack on this next platform, which I'm absolutely going to be grabbing. And then from here, we just do the same again. Just a simple running jump. Now, this is where things get kind of tricky. So you can see the magnum clips there. It's not very self-explanatory how you could possibly get these without, I don't know, taking like a really weird and awkward jump. There is one sure way to get this. So what we have to do is face the ledge. We take one step backwards, and that step backwards is super important. And we have to do a swan dive, which I think I've demonstrated before. A swan dive is basically when you hold the walk button and jump I think it only does the dive animation if you jump forward. So once you hold walk and jump forward, she will just about make that. Just about. And that's how we get those. This jump back is a lot harder, to be fair. Kind of have to do a running grab. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. But the hardest of those jumps to make is that kind of a swan dive jump. And like I don't really know how they expected people to figure that one out. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not even considered a secret. That's just a throwaway thing. It's like, oh yeah, here, come get some Magnum clips. So, if ever you were wondering how to get those, that's how. Also, as a point of interest, because I was unsure about this, I didn't want to actually say it in the video, but I did some research and I did double check. The large medipack that we tried to get back in, Palace Midas, the last level. The large medipack up near where the 5 switches were, that is actually unreachable without console commands or glitches. It is apparently a set of things, of items that are unreachable in the first 3 games. I don't know why they've done it, but they are 100% unreachable. So, we've got a couple of crocs here. And while I can stand here and shoot them, I find it much easier to drop down to here and shoot them from here. Just because you can see a lot more of the room. And, oh yeah, that one is alive. He was so still, I wasn't sure if he was alive. You can see a lot more of the room, and it's much, much easier to actually get them. There is a little side passage here, and you do need to watch out. There is a crocodile just hiding slightly out of sight. But once we get that, we can pop around the back here. Oh, I forgot about the rat. You think, like, it gets you with the crocodile, and then lulls you into a false sense of security because you don't expect there to be another thing hidden back here. But yeah, there is a large medipack, and there's actually a save crystal behind here as well, if you're playing on PlayStation. So, with that done, we're going to head back up this way. And we've got a couple of tricky jumps to make. So, this jump here is a bit misleading. Because what I think you could do is jump to the platform ahead of us, then jump over to the one on the right, and then drop down to the one below it, and then shimmy across. I don't tend to do that. It's not a huge big deal if that's what you want to do. It is the safer option, I suppose. But I tend to just jump straight across. I don't know why that would be a difficult thing to do, but that, you know, just cuts out the unnecessary jumping. Now, this right here is a bit complicated because that's a spike pit. We got a rat down there, but he's nowhere near as much of a problem. And this door is solid. We cannot walk through that door. So we have to go across this over the spikes. It's not too difficult, but I can see a lot of people dying a lot of times trying to figure out how. All you have to do is take a running jump, and you will clear it. Only just, but you will clear it. And that will then leave you free to just drop down here. Which, honestly, like, I can see why that would get a lot of people. Now, we do need to drop down here. I'm fairly sure there's another... Yeah, there is another rat there. Now, I can't remember if it's straight away, but we definitely have another appearance from Pierre in this room. Oh, there isn't. There's another rat there. It's a good thing they can't climb, eh? Okay. Now, behind this door here is our next key. That's one of the silver keys that we will need. Very different to a rusty key. Rusty key, no worky. Only silver key. So we do need to get that. Now, I'm just trying to remember whether we need to go into the water first. I do struggle at certain parts of this level because it's not immediately evident to me. I know we do need to go in the water at some point, but I don't think it's just yet. Fairly sure we need to go this way first. Can't remember what for. I think it actually. Do you know what? I think it might be for the switch for the door. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. This is what I wanted to be doing first. So run and jump, and then I think it's. You could probably make this with a stand and jump, but a run and jump just makes it a little bit more sure. Yeah, so that opens that, and now we will have the arrival of our friend, Monsieur Pierre. So I just need to get... Uh-oh. That could have been the end of Mrs. Croft. Miss Croft? I don't think she's married. Oh, excuse me. Right, so with that grabbed, I think we'll use our shotgun this time. Why not? We're gonna be right up close to him anyway. Oh, maybe we're not gonna be right up close to him. Yep, and then he goes running off. And even though that's a complete dead end, he still disappears. 2 shots from the shotgun gets him to run for the hills, though, which is, you know, good to know. So, right, with that taken care of, I'm fairly sure we take the water now. I think there's a couple of crocs in here somewhere. This first place that we can go up isn't... Actually, it might be. I was going to say isn't important at all, but there might actually be something here. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know where we are. No, there's absolutely nothing for us to do in this room as of yet. Uh-oh. Jesus, these crocs are chunking me. So where we actually need to go is to follow it the whole way round. And we will pop out in this big pool back in the middle of the room. Or middle of the main room, anyway. Oh. Probably should have killed them earlier, to be fair. Yeah, where did that other croc go? I know he went right. That's okay. As soon as I go down, he'll pop back up again. There is a quick secret to get in here. And it's just around here. We could have gotten this one probably much earlier, but oh, that's problematic. That's very problematic. I didn't think they could follow me down this. But now that I know, I'll definitely be taking those crocs out first in the future. Okay, there's one. Oh, no, he's come back this way. There we go. Okay. 2 crocs taken care of. I'm not going to eat... Whoa, didn't need that. Is that cracked? Is it broken? Jeez, it is and everything. Look at that. Never noticed that before. We'll just pop a small medipack this time because I don't really think I'm going to need it too much. Right. So now that we're here, we're going to have to... which side is it? It's over this. No, it is over this side. I got really turned around there for a second. We need to go back up to the room where the balcony leads to. and hit that switch. So just take a run and jump from here. Now, there have been a couple of times where, whilst running recklessly across this room, I've completely forgotten that this hole is here. And I've just run straight back into the water and had to go the whole way back around again. Watch out for that. So, with that sound of rushing water, it's fairly evident what that has done. And if you guessed fill the main room with water, you'd have been absolutely right. So, with that done, we're going to go back into the water. We're going to swim the whole way over to this far side. And here, we're going to use our other rusty key. And the reason... Oh, no, not the silver key. No. The reason that we had to... the reason we had to get that water raised first is because straight down there is a load of spikes. Without raising the water, we drop in here, we just die. There's absolutely no other way we can do it, no other way we can go about it. We just have to have that water raised in order to get past those spikes. So, without too much more ado, we're going to take a quick swim over them, and down, and up, and we're going to grab this small medipack. Come on, Lara. And this gold key. Come on. Oh, Lara, stop. Stop messing around now. Just pick up the key. And with that key, it will open this gate. Now, that gold key is the only one of its kind in this level. With that done, we actually have to go back to that room that I mentioned earlier there was nothing to do in yet. And the way that we get back to there, I'm pretty sure, is through... Is it through here? No, this was the secret. This isn't where I want to go. Oh, whoa, there's another crocodile. Didn't see that one coming. It was through here. So we need to follow this around. And now that the water level is raised, this room that originally the water level would have ended a lot further down, we can now get up to this higher set of platforms. Stop it, you. I also believe, as well as these goodies, there is a save crystal here in the PlayStation version as well. So if you are looking for a save point, here is probably your best bet. Quick hop over to here. And with all those grabbed, the main reason that we actually had to come back to here is for this switch right here. There's no way to reach that. Oh shit. I forgot about... I didn't think the crocodile would come all this way in, to be honest. Is he gone? Nope. Oh yeah. Potentially get enough damage out here to kill him. There we go. Right. So with that done, we just need to pull this switch. And that door is literally right below us. And that is our second silver key. So with that gotten, we've gotten all of the keys that we need. So we can head up to this other set of gates here. So here we have two sets of doors, one after the other. This is where we use both of the silver keys that we've picked up. before we go through here, we have one final secret to get. And it's a doozy of a secret. So, when we get to this door, if we turn left and look at this block right here, looks like a normal block. No different to the block on the far side. Correct? Wrong. This is a movable block. And I don't know how you would be expected to know that that can be moved. Like, that is as secret a secret as you will see. Now, in here, you know, you do have to do a bit of work to get the actual items, but it's as simple as just jump on the slope and springboard up. It's not a particularly difficult secret to... Once you're in here, it's not particularly difficult to figure out or to do. And there is, you know, there's a fair amount of magnum clips and a large medipack, which I will never turn my nose up at. And that is all 3 secrets in this level. It's by no means like the last kind of hidden cache of items, because we are going to find a pretty hefty one of those a little bit later. And we are nearly done, to be fair. We are nearly done. Now, for here, we need to hop up to the top of this. And as you can see, that door is where we're aiming to go. But it's that keyhole above it that we need to get to. And that will be where we use our gold key. Actually, I think that's a standing jump. I think I'll bounce right back off it if I try to do that as a running jump. Oh, no. It's all falling apart at the end of the level, guys. It's all falling apart. Ooh. Pressed the wrong button, but managed to save it. Now, I don't know if you guys saw there in the corner of the screen, but hiding just out of sight is a gorilla to the right there. So, I'm going to pull out my shotgun for this. Blammo! Yeah, sneaky, right? Imagine being pushed back down there like we got pushed in the last level down onto the spikes. I don't know if that fall is actually big enough to kill you, but it's definitely big enough to do a chunk of damage. So, with that done, that door releases a couple of lions into this room, who I'm gonna try to take care of from this platform if I can. Here we go. Yeah, just stay where you are. It's okay. That's one. Now, where does the other one go? Come on, pal. I'll just lure him out. It's fine. He'll come running at me. There we go. Excellent. We've done enough damage that we didn't really need to worry about that too much. Now, this extremely large room, which I find really impressive, simply for how large it is, but with how little in it there is. Along here on the floor are a number of breakable tiles. They're kind of hard to see, to be perfectly honest. And not all of them break. This middle one breaks, this one on the left breaks, this one on the right breaks. The only one that's of particular danger is that one. That one has spikes on it. All the rest of them, or actually that middle one as well, has spikes on it. The other ones have nothing, but this one, you can't see anything in it, but right in the middle of it, under there, is a very, very well hidden small medipack. Absolutely worth getting. Now, you would think here, and many, 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 many people have pulled a switch. Why wouldn't you? Well, pulling the switch can be a bit of a problem, because it opens that door, which allows in, 3 lions, who have the potential to really, really hurt. I was trying to get up here before they got to me, so that I could take them out. just pop up top here. Where'd the other one go? One ran down the other end. One died. So where's the third one gone? Well, here's one coming back. Oh, here we go. There we go. That'll be the last one. Okay, so with all three of them dead, this room that we just opened has absolutely nothing in it. That is a complete fake out switch. And actually, you may have seen there is a switch in this room. This one right here. And you hear that? You hear that door opening? It's that door closing. This is a complete fake out room that releases 3 lions on you and gives you nothing. What we are actually supposed to do is, which you would probably see upon coming back out the door, this movable block right here. So, on the other side of this block is a pit that will drop us down. We will go down there. That is the end of the level. That is literally, once we drop down there, the level ends. But before we do that, there's one last cache of items. And a rather large cache of items that I would like to get first. It is going to require quite a lot of block maneuverment. So it does take a little bit of patience, but it absolutely pays off. It's absolutely worth it. So we need to pull the block all the way out here around the side of that step, because it won't go. You won't be able to pull it over the step. You kind of have to pull it over to the side so you can go around the step. I think it's just one more now. Yep, that'll do it. So, with this block pulled out, it gives us the height we need. Oh no, I need to pull it back one more. Yeah, it's one more. It gives us the height we need to make it up to the top of that platform. We actually need to push it because it won't allow us to pull because of that slope just behind. Oops. So up here, we have a large medipack. Two sets of magnum shells. And some surprise rats. So, through this door here is again a completely pointless exercise because it would drop you back down into the room where the 3 lions were. Except that this time the door would be closed from the inside if you went this way first. Which means that that switch in there actually does have a function if you go this way. It does allow you to get back out if you ended up in there with the door closed. So with all that grabbed, we're going to take a drop down this hole and we're going to finish the level. And we get a nice scream from Lara. So there it is, guys. The Cistern finito. 32 kills, 28 pickups, 3 out of 3 secrets, and 38.5 minutes. It's definitely a level that it doesn't challenge you particularly much combat-wise, whereas the Colosseum and St. Francis Folly... Well, no. Sorry, Palace Midas and Colosseum. It definitely challenged you a lot more in combat. There was a lot more enemies, and there was a lot of points where you're facing multiples in small spaces. This one was definitely much more of a figure-it-out kind of level, a much more puzzle-solving challenge. And even though the last two levels were difficult and long in their own right, this one I definitely would have had to have looked the guide up for at some point to figure out, because trying to figure out how to get to all those keys was... Jesus Christ, you'd be wandering around for ages. The next level that we're going to do is going to be the Tomb of Tehokan. It's where we'll find the second piece of the Scion, and it will be the last level in this string of levels. So, like, the first set of levels was caves all the way up to the Tomb of Qualopec, where we got the first bit of the Scion. That was all in Peru. This one, I think it's Italy, but it's, you know, it's a set of levels that lead up to getting the second part of the Scion, and then we completely switch again to another set of levels where we start in an entirely different place. So this next level is going to be the last level in this second set. I honestly don't remember it very well, so I can't really give you too much information about it because it's been so long since I've played that level. These first kind of 8 levels have been kind of where the bulk of my knowledge comes from, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. It'll be grand. Sure, it'll be grand. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again real soon. And take care.